In this box is the all-new Lymow 1 Plus robotic lawnmower. We've got some of the main features down here, mentioning it's got rotary blades for all grass types. There's a track drive system that conquers 45-degree slopes. That's pretty steep. Then it mentions it can cover 2,300 meters on a single charge. That's a lot. Then we've got RTK V-Slam navigation, and then as well as the smart obstacle avoidance. I thought that this was going to be pretty hard to open, but based on what we see on top here, it's going to be relatively easy to open this up. Looks like the first thing we're introduced with in the box is kind of a quick start guide that's pretty in-depth, as well as mentioning all the parts it has. This is important to do a checklist to make sure you've got everything here. Shows how to install the charging station, which looks pretty straightforward. Just things to watch out for. Then on the back, we've got some more stuff here. Everything else it mentions on how to install the RTK satellite, as well as the mower and activating it. Bottom of this, there's 4 barcodes, one for the user manual, one for a tutorial, then there's 2 for the app, iOS as well as Android. And if you have any issues, you can email them at support@lymow.com. We've got all these other pieces here. I'm not going to go over everything, but there is the more in-depth user manual if that quick start guide isn't enough. So it goes a lot more in depth, like I've said. Moving this out of the way, we see the actual robotic lawnmower. This thing looks like a toy, a huge, really cool toy. Taking this out, I think, might be the hardest thing. So one thing to watch out for that helps is there are handles on both sides to hold on to. And so that makes it much easier to like lift this up. Okay, all right, yeah, wow. Ooh, that is heavy. It's really durable. Underneath that, we've got the power adapter. Here's some info about the battery and voltage here. It's a 3-prong outlet, and this is what the other side looks like. This is what's gonna go inside of the home charger that's underneath this foam right here. Finally, here's the home charging station base. This is surprisingly pretty lightweight, which is nice, I'll take it. We've got some more information back here behind the home charging station. This home system is pretty simple to set up the home charger. All you gotta do is put this wall plug in, and then you got to hook this up to the back, which is pretty easy. One thing you have to make sure with this home charger is that it has to be outside. And in case if the wire's not long enough for you, they have a 10-meter extension cable that it comes with. If you want to secure this, this does come with 4 screws to put this in place. So they accommodate for everything here. You haven't seen what's underneath here. On the main frame, there's not much underneath here except for the Caterpillar tires, which is what I thought was the main thing driving this forward. But we also have Omni wheels on the right side here. There's 2 Omni wheels here. Actually, technically there's multiple here. So it's gonna last under any terrain, which is insane. And right in the middle of the 2 Omni wheels are 2 steel blades, SK5. These are really sharp, quite powerful to get the job done. And it's adjustable in the front too, which is the really neat part, because you can go on hills and wherever and it's going to cut everything without any issues, because this front is adjustable. On the top is where you have an emergency stop button, along with other buttons that are covered, because there's a cover there, and a screen. On the back, you hold the power button for a few seconds and then it'll turn on. And there's 3 other buttons to navigate through, as well as this big stop sign for emergency cases. So when you press the stop sign, there are 2 LED indicators on the front that shows that it's not going to move at all for emergency reasons. It's like an emergency stop. The best way to navigate through things is not through these buttons, which is nice to have, but the main thing is the app itself, which is really easy to navigate through and set up for the first time. I think it took me less than 10 minutes to get everything set up, and it connects via Bluetooth. And then once it's all set, you can put the mower to charge if you haven't already. I did it manually before setting it up on my phone, but once it is set up, it'll automatically go back to the docking station every single time. With only the press of a button. On the bottom here is the battery that you can either pull and then unscrew the green cap to remove this completely. And then underneath that right here, it's where you can replace the 4G SIM that's here. And there's a cover here to close this up. It says SIM on there. So everything seems pretty easy so far, but it makes you wonder, What's all this stuff that's left over? But it's mainly to install the station, which is actually much easier than it looks. There's a lot of parts here. One is to mount it on the side of a house or building. The other way is to put it in the ground, which is what we're going to do. Before anything else, you're going to take this top satellite and take a photo of the QR code and serial number here. I'm not going to show it. I'm hiding it because it's sensitive info. And then you can place this antenna by screwing it in. Next, you'll hook on one of these cables into the satellite, lock it in place. Then I'll take this cord and take it straight through the pipeline here before I connect these two together. It's easy to pull out from that before putting in the other pipe in place. There's a hole on the side so it comes out like so, and then I can lock this or twist this in place. It's tight enough. Finally, I'll go ahead and screw the top part here. You'll have to make sure you line this up properly so it can be closed up, and then I just screw this in to lock it in place. Finally, on the bottom, we can screw the stake, and once it's in, this is pretty much all ready to go. I can hook this up now. And the best part was that I didn't need to use any screws or any tools to install this. I can now connect the RTK station to the home station, the charging station. And in case your RTK station doesn't go far out, there is an extension cable that it comes with. Now that that's set up, we're gonna go back to the app, bind it on there, as well as connect the mower to Wi-Fi.
Your device is now connected to your account.
All right, now we are good to go. It'll say that it was successfully binded and connected. You can finally start mapping your backyard. This is also how you kind of set up the mapping in your area, which is going to be using this as a remote control. These are going to be like joysticks that are on the screen, and you can move it back or forth, left or right. We're going to map everything out so it can kind of do everything on its own too. I'm going to go ahead and click this plus button to start the robot mowing here. So we'll call this the zone, and here we go. Mapping is normally a one-time process, which shouldn't take more than 15 minutes, and it's actually kind of fun. Usually you'll just have to map it out for the first time, and once it's all set, then you're ready to go. Then it can pretty much be automated. Once you have the area you want cut, it'll close everything, and you can now either edit it or even add no-go zones, channel, or adjust charging, so on and so forth. You can turn on the flashlight from here. You can do a lot of things. And if there was something off with the mapping, you can always adjust it by deleting the element, the whole thing, rename it, merge the maps if there's two different ones, split the map, delete all, or even edit the boundary. All right, now let's just go ahead and start this up. Now mowing is going to be as easy as a press of a button here. You get an attention like warning that lawnmower's starting now. And if there's any issues, I can go ahead and pause it right here, or also use the emergency stop. This may be obvious after seeing the high rigidity SK5 tool steel blades. They provide stronger cutting force and longer edge retention than those conventional thin blades that are on robot mowers. And this will cut all grass types, including warm season grass and cool season grasses like tall fescue. Along with Lymow's integrated RTK plus V-slam positioning that ensures accurate and stable movement, it also has a stereo vision system that enables real-time obstacle and animal detection for safe, uninterrupted mowing. Actually, this robot mower is designed with multiple layers of safety, like having semantic recognition with depth perception, and it has 5 ultrasonic sensors along with 2 Hall sensors that work together to prevent collisions, while the blade fender shields the cutting system from sticks and rocks. In case the process is a little hard to tell on video, here's the area where everything was cut and here's where it wasn't. I left it as is so that you can tell the difference on how much you can actually cut, because it's noticeable here from this side that's not cut versus here it is. I mean, more in person rather than in video. But yeah, it's doing its job. And then when you want it to go back, you click the docking button, and this will raise the front blades up. So it'll be easy to go back and it won't damage anything. Overall, I'm really impressed with this Lymow so far, with everything that it's done, with the seamless setup experience and all the features it has. I'll have a link below as to where you can get this, and stay tuned for more. As always, thanks for watching.